Okay, so there are what's called polyatomics. You're going to need to know about 9 of them that you're going to see throughout the entire year. If you don't know them, it's going to be very challenging. But basically, it's going to be a group of atoms together that have an overall charge. They're treated as one entity and they have one name. So these are the 9 that I was mentioning. So this one with this charge, so 4 oxygens bonded to 1 sulfur with a -2 charge is called sulfate. It's the formula for sulfite, ammonium, nitrate, nitrite. Notice that the difference in AT versus IT is 1 less oxygen. This is called acetate, hydroxide, carbonate, and phosphate. When we go ahead and write their formulas, it looks very similar to ionic compounds. We just have this kind of group of ions together. That's the only thing that looks a little different. So what we do is we basically write them out. So we write out the metal first, polyatomic second, crisscross them, reduce them if we need to. Okay? All right, so let's give one of these a try. Well, let's just look at this one, I guess. So if we name ionic compounds with polyatomics, you just name them as you see them. So magnesium, just name the way it is. Sulfate is just the name of this ion, okay? Let's go ahead and give one of these a try, though. I'll just write an example on the side here. So let's say we're going to name something like, or we'll write the formula. Let's go with that. For silver nitrate. Okay, so I look at silver in the periodic table. Silver is in the middle of the periodic table, so that means I'm going to need to give you something that's known as a Roman numeral. So the Roman numerals here are going to tell you the charge. So if I tell us it's silver 1 nitrate, let's go with that. The 1 tells me, the Roman numeral 1 tells me that's a charge of silver. So if I go ahead and write out silver plus 1, if I look back up at the chart that's on this last page here for nitrate, nitrate is NO3 minus 1. Crisscross these, bring it down, AgNO3. Let's say, though, instead it's now silver 2 nitrate. We'll see something that looks a little different here. So we have silver plus 2, nitrates minus 1. If we crisscross these, we're going to write it out as AgNO3 in parentheses with the 2 after. If we don't write the parentheses, it looks like we have 32 oxygens. We don't want that because that's not what our formula looks like. Go ahead and give some a try in the practice packet here so you can get used to these.